I've seen a couple people in Atlanta that just sit around and just play music just to get a couple cents for the day, at least for their lunch or dinner. Yeah.
Wow, very nice. That sounds like that trip was a life changer for you. I mean, what you saw.
It's unfortunate, you seek a better life to come to the U.S. You risk your life, and you're risking your life basically for nothing in the end. If you're gonna get detained, you know, it's not like you asked for it. You were born into a life of poverty. It wasn't your choice. It happened, so you have to deal with it. And it's either you stay and give up, or you go and find work, you know. And the problem is with that, it's even another stretch that it's not a guarantee that you're gonna find work. It's just that, you know, you're risking your life getting thrown back out, you know, to find a job, to find a better life for your family. It's like, for example, in Elizabeth, a couple years back when Trump was first into office, I remember having a couple friends that lived on Elizabeth Ave, and they said that there was a lot of trucks coming by, and what they would do is that they would stop on the road to get out and start asking people to see their ID. And most of them being Hispanic, you know, they had their little shops and all, and it was never an issue until then. So when they didn't have their papers, they didn't have their IDs, they were, you know, arrested on the spot and then taken away. Honestly, I didn't, at the age of the time, I didn't know where they were taken, but it was just unfortunate, you know, and they never returned. And it's just like, imagine you're living your life out, you know, you've been providing for your family for a couple of years, and all of a sudden your dad doesn't come home, your mom doesn't come home, you know, it's just unfortunate.
It might have been like your restaurant, you invested in it, it was your money, you're taken and you never go back to that restaurant.
I've had a couple of friends where their parents have been taken away, and they're still fighting for that case, you know, to come back into this country. Thankfully, my dad wasn't officially legal, but he finally got his residency in this country, and now he has to take a citizenship test.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's not hard. It's not easy. You know, it's very hard.
Thank you.
So in the Jay-Z video, the one we saw, just because he was in a black community, he constantly had like police officers and stuff like over his building, like in helicopters, like not in cars but in helicopters. And that's just like to show you that, like, based on the neighborhood you're in, like, you get judged off of what you look like. You may look like a criminal, but you're really not. Like, it was just a family having like a get together, and you know, they just watch over you. Like, if you're people who are gonna sell drugs, he eventually, he did do drugs, you know, but in the video, like, just off of like stereotypes, people just go off stereotypes and think, oh, all black people are this, all Mexicans are this, and whatever, you know. So
yeah, and you saw that video was pretty good at that. And Grace, you are probably the last comment. Unless there's, we have to get Ryan to go, okay, and then we'll come back to you.
What about question 3?
Go ahead, question 3. Unless you want to come back to question 2.
Okay. Question 3. So the question is, how can music be used to make social progress among oppressed people? And a quote I found from the New York Times That's Me article is how the little girl in the music video, she represented her whole community and how she became an icon. And this, the music boosts pride within the community among the oppressed people, and she became someone that the people in the community could relate to. And yeah, I guess.
Yeah, no, that was good. Definitely. Now this is probably, then we have to get, all right, we'll go there and then there and then.
So to the first question, I sometimes feel oppressed by my parents because like a lot of things happen in my house, and like music to me is like, it's a meditation, like something that like it makes you feel like you're not alone. Like, it makes you have some type of connection with the artist of the song. Like, it doesn't matter what type of music. Any type of music makes you feel like a connection with them. like them, you not knowing the artist in person and them not knowing you, like music just makes you like vibe with the person. Yeah.
Jackie, who's been your biggest fan since you've been in 7th grade? What person in Sprayberry? There you go. Go ahead and make your comment, then we'll get Maria to do the last comment.
Alright, so same article as Jackie just read from. My quote is, don't worry if they don't accept you, goes the song's chorus in Spanish. If they criticize you, just say, that's me. I think that's so important, especially in today's society, because a lot of times, especially as teenagers and in high school, we try to fit in and we try to stay to this certain standard with styles, the way we act, the way we talk, things like that, and we've lost our sense of uniqueness. And we think that we have to hide who we are because no one will like who we are, and how we act will be viewed as weird and outsiders and everything like that. And I feel like this quote is just really telling you that it's okay not to fit inside the box. In fact, it's great that if you're outside the box, because there is no one like you, so why should you act like everyone else? You know, there is only one you, so, yeah.
Awesome.
Artists use their platform as musicians to help spread the message of oppressed people, so that others can know what's happening and that they can like help them.
Give her a hand! And